The Make a Web Request step is an advanced DocuSign workflow builder option that lets your workflow interact with other applications to seamlessly send or retrieve data. This step allows you to connect to an API, CRM, or internal database directly from your workflow. You won't always need to build custom web requests. In many cases, you can connect directly to extension apps like Salesforce, Microsoft Dynamics, or SharePoint right through DocuSign App Center. Those extensions are usually the easiest option when they exist. The Make a Web Request step is the perfect solution when you need to connect your workflows to systems beyond those available in the App Center. To set up this step, ensure that your account has access to the HTTP Web Request Extension app. Confirm that an administrator or technical owner has created the connection for the target external app and that it is set up for use. Currently, basic auth connections are supported. Have your HTTP request method chosen based on the action you want to perform. A GET request fetches data from an external system to use later in your workflow, for example, retrieving a customer's current contact information to send a new agreement. A POST request sends workflow data to an external application to create something brand new, for example, creating a new customer profile in an internal database. A PUT request replaces or updates a specific piece of existing data in an external system with new workflow information, for example, replacing an outdated billing address with a new one collected during the workflow. You also need to have the correct endpoint URL, that is, the exact web address that DocuSign uses to target a specific record in your external system, and the JSON examples your technical team or the external system owner provides. Let's see an example. In this sales contract workflow, when an agreement is signed, DocuSign Workflow Builder updates the matching opportunity record in a CRM with the new completed status and sign date. Click the plus icon to add a step and select the Make a Web Request step. Select the HTTP connection that was previously created for this workflow and the CRM system. Then, select the method. In this case, we will choose PUT, because the goal is to update and modify an existing record status. Enter the destination URL. For this update example, we will include a workflow variable collected in the previous web forms step at the end of the URL string to ensure the workflow modifies the exact deal associated with this contract. Then, to send the update from the workflow to the CRM, paste the request body as raw JSON. Use the variable picker to insert data from earlier workflow steps. Note that if you chose a GET method, this field will not be displayed. You can configure up to 10 additional headers to provide required metadata for your destination API. If you aren't sure what to enter here, check in with the IT administrator or developer who originally set up your system's API connection. You can also add up to 10 query parameters using key-value pairs. These allow you to filter, sort, or search for specific information at the destination endpoint without having to manually rewrite your base URL string. Your Make a Web Request step is now fully configured. If you chose a GET method, you will see an extra step to define your workflow's output variables. Select Run Request to map data types to variables. If the test request cannot run, paste a sample JSON response manually and select Regenerate to populate the response variables. Review the generated variables to ensure the data types, like text, dates, or numbers, are accurate. Edit them if necessary. Then click Save and Close. Before deploying to production, test your workflow in a DocuSign test environment using placeholder data and an external connection or endpoint suitable for testing.